Hey folks, welcome to Green Tea with Keris, and I've got Hamish, he's down here this time, just cotching. Today we're going to carry on just chatting a little bit. He's like, oh god, not again, I'm going. We're going to chat again about skin. I received lots of questions after the last episode, so I thought I'd just give you some more helpful advice. So I mentioned stress was a big driver with skin problems, and a couple of areas that you might be kind of driving stress hormones up are number one is probably exercise. So if you're kind of into the gym, that's really cool. But if you're training really hard, really intensely, several days a week, and noticing your skin is getting worse, there's your answer. I would definitely scale that back. You could either take a little bit of a break from it and just do some walking, some yoga, something a little bit more gentler, some saunas and stuff as well, just to help the body detoxify. That would be my first kind of port of call if you know that's the route that you're going down. But also look at things like stress has a big impact on things like blood sugar levels. So make sure your nutrition balances blood sugar levels. So by that we want to make sure that most meals have got things like healthy fats, healthy protein, loads of fibre, generally not too processed, sending us kind of blood sugar levels soaring and then crashing. You want to be able to kind of go for quite a long time without thinking about food because everything's nice and your hormones are regulated and you feel satiated by your meals. You want to watch things like caffeine, which can actually drive up those stress hormones quite a lot, and also try and do something on a daily basis that helps you deal with stress better. And that's often quite unique to each individual. Some people like to meditate, some people like to use headspace apps, some people just like to listen to music or go for a walk, you know, in the park. Whatever it is that helps you, do it on a daily basis, and loads of deep breathing to take the body out of fight and flight mode into rest and digest mode. The next area that I would explore is your gut health, because this is where I mentioned before, the immune system can be involved in breakouts with the skin and also hormones, and we actually will balance hormones from the gut, so it's great to go there. I would suggest eliminating gluten, dairy, alcohol, and I always also mentioned before caffeine. And I know it doesn't sound a lot of fun, but often if we can rebalance the body, some of these things can come back in once we've fixed up the gut and got everything working a little bit more effectively. I'd also look at doing things like fermented foods, bone broth, and taking maybe a probiotic just to try and rebalance the flora. Often when I help people with acne and I test their gut, there's loads and loads of what we call dysbiosis, so too much bad bacteria, not enough good bacteria, and we have to clear that out. I'll use natural antimicrobials, but it might even be antibiotics, and that's why a doctor will give you antibiotics for acne. The problem though with just taking the antibiotics is you need to make sure that there's aftercare there, that you go and make sure that your nutrition supports the gut flora rebuilding itself and basically making sure that the acne doesn't return. And also looking at things like the integrity of the gut linings. That's why we get the bone broth or maybe some collagen in there as well. And you might find from there, doing that elimination diet allows you to identify trigger foods that make your immune system kind of respond a bit overactively. And so for a lot of people with skin problems, dairy is often the one that we tend to identify as the trigger food, but we won't know that unless you eliminate them and then reintroduce them. So there's just a few things to try. If you have any questions, do get in touch or just post in the comments box below. Have a great day.